you guys are doing well. We're going to do our next video in our training series where we are going to go over METARs, TAFs, and ATIS. For some of you, this might be a review. For some of you, this might be new. And some of you might want to learn just a little bit more. So we're going to do our best to help you out here. What we're going to do is go into the ATIS first. And please excuse if there's a delay in the video while I'm talking. I'm using my tablet and caching that to my computer. So I'm not using the mouse on the computer. I'm actually using my tablet. But let's go into the ATIS here. As you see, we are at midway. So if we go here into the message, what you would see there first is going to be MDW ATIS info M0153Z. So what that simply means is MDW is going to stand for the airport Midway, and then you have the ATIS. And before we go any farther, what ATIS stands for is the Automated Terminal Information Service of the airport that you're looking at. And then the M there that you see, that stands for Mike. So they have went through the other letters in the alphabet. Now they are at Mike. So the weather has changed that many times where they have put out a different ATIS. Next, what you see is 0153Z. That is 015 Zulu. So that is in Zulu time. That is when this was issued. Next thing you're going to see is going to be on the second line is going to be 12003KT. That is going to be your wind direction and your wind speed in knots. So that's 120 degrees at 3 knots. 10 SM. That's going to stand for 10 statute miles. CLR stands for clear skies. Then you see 21/03. 21 stands for your temperature, and 03 stands for your dew point. And of course that is in Celsius, so you can do the math and you can translate that into Fahrenheit. Next to that you see can't talk. You see A2977. That is the altimeter. So altimeter 2977. Then you see after that 2977, which refers to the altimeter, and then you see RMK A02 SLP 074. That stands for remarks. And then that A02, what that's basically stands for is the precipitation discriminator. So that airfield has the capability to tell the difference between if rain or snow is falling. Okay, so you see at A02, that airfield has the capability to tell the difference between what precipitation is falling. Now, if you was to see at A01, then the airfield does not have the capability to determine what precipitation is falling. Next to that, you'll see that SLP 074. So the SLP simply stands for the sea level pressure, and then it gives you the pressure there. Now, the A02, the sea level pressure, do we really need to know that? In some cases, yeah, but not all cases. In flight sim, is that always important to us? Give or take, yes and no. Okay, So just depending on what you're doing and how much you really want to simulate your flights and how much realism you want in your sim experience. The next line, you'll see ILS, runway 4 right, approaching use. So that's basically telling you that they are using 4 right for incoming aircraft on approach. You'll also see under that landing and departing runways 4. So they're landing and departing runways 4. Under that, you'll see NOTAMs, and it'll say runway 31 right, 13 left, repurposed to taxiway hotel. Runway 31 right, 13 left is closed. So they're using that runway for a taxiway. Under that, you see aircraft should operate mode C on all taxiways and runways. Deliverance clearance delivery is closed. Contact ground on 118.075 for clearance, and all aircraft should read back all runway holding short instructions and assignments. And then you need to advise air traffic control that you have information mic. So that is the ATIS. That's how you read that. Not too much to that. Let's go ahead and go over to the TAF section here, and we'll learn about what TAFs are. Basically, what TAFs mean, or stand for rather, is Terminal Aerodrome Forecast. As you see here, you got again Kilo Mike Delta Whiskey, which stands for Midway. You would then see 142100 Zulu. So what that is telling you is 14 is the date, and then 2100 Zulu, that is the time. It then gives you 1421/1524. So what is that telling you? That is telling you that this is valid from the 14th to the 15th at 2100 Zulu until 2400 Zulu. Next to that, you will have your winds and your speed. So 080 degrees at 10 knots, and then you have P as in Paul, 6 SM, so that stands for plus 6 statute miles, so visibility is pretty good right now. Then you have SKC, so skies clear is what that stands for. If you go to below that, it'll give you the next forecast for some other hours here. So you'll see from, which is what FM stands for. So from the 15th at 0100 Zulu, you will have 020 at 5 knots plus 6 statute miles and clear skies again. From the 15th at 2100, you'll have 080 at 9 knots plus 6 statute miles, and you have few clouds at 25,000 feet. And if you go down here, and of course this is on Navigraph charts. If you don't have Navigraph charts, I would highly recommend that you get those. Definitely if you're going to be flying on VATSIM network, and also if you're going to fly for the VA, this is definitely something that you want to have to make your flights more realistic. But if you go down here, it'll kind of break everything down for you instead of having to read this TAF kind of raw. It'll give you your winds, your visibility, your clouds, your ceiling, your change, which you see it says rapid. And if you go back up here and look at your times here, and over the other hours here, you'll see that the weather is kind of changing rapidly there. And then it gives you your expire time, which if you go back up here, the last one is at 2100 on the 15th. So that is how you read that, and of course it has some more information for you. If you want to get into that, you'll see that it breaks it down by the time. So 0100 Zulu is a current one, and then it'll give you that 2100 Zulu as well. We go to the METAR tab here, and there's a lot more that goes in to some of these reports. And if you want to know a little bit more about each one, just let us know, and we'll do our best to get that information out to you. But let's go over the METAR here. What does METAR stand for? It basically stands for Meteorological Aerodrome Report. And it's a report of the current weather at that airport. Okay. And it's published automatically by a system every 30 minutes. Basically what the METAR is, it's the actual weather. It's not the forecast weather. So keep that in mind. Looking at the METAR here on screen, if we look at that first line again, it gives us the airport. Then it gives us the day and the time. So 150-253 Zulu. So on the 15th at 0253 Zulu. And next to that, it's going to give us our direction and our wind speed again. 170.05 knots. So 170 degrees at 5 knots. Then it gives us our visibility, which is 10 statute miles. Again, CLR, clear skies. Next to that, you're going to see that 21/03. Again, 21 stands for the temp, and 03 stands for the dew point. Next slide is going to give us our altimeter again, which is 2977. And then again, after that, it's going to give us those remarks again. The AO2, the SLP030, and again, the AO2 is telling us that that airfield is capable of telling or determining the difference between the precipitation that is falling. The SLP073 is the sea level pressure. Now, next to that, you see that Tango 02060028. What is that? Okay, so to break that down, the T stands for temp, okay, followed by 8 numbers. All right, so and basically what those 8 numbers are doing, it's breaking the temp and the dew point down. All right, and that is used in the USA to give degrees in Celsius with more accuracy. Okay, there's always a 0 followed by that T for positive temp. If it's a 1, that stands for negative temp. All right, so if we're looking at this T temp followed by that 0206, what that stands for is 20.6, okay, plus 20.6 temperature. All right, and then we have the 0028, which is the dew point, so that stands for plus 2.8. All right, then you see the last line, you see that money sign there. That simply means that that terminal system, whatever you want to call it, requires maintenance. All right. Some extra things that you don't see on this METAR, but you could see on other METARs. Let's say you saw RA. RA simply stands for rain. If you see a B, that stands for begin, and if you saw E, that stands for end. So let's say you saw something like RAB09E27. So that stands for RA, rain, B, begin at 09, before the hour, begin, and E, end, 27. So it ended 27 minutes after the hour. Alright, so let's say it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. 1:09 is when the rain began, and 1:27 is when the rain ended. So that is how you read your ATIS, your TAF, and your METAR. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, or comments, please let us know in the comments below or on the VA's Discord, and we will do our best to help you. Hope you learned something. If you have any ideas of something that you want to see, simply let us know, and we will do our best to make some training videos for you guys to make you more efficient and proficient at flight simming. Again, this is training and a learning experience for all of us. No matter how experienced we all can learn something from all these videos. So we appreciate your time, and hope you guys have a great day and enjoy your simming.